skin temperature. And if the camera says okay, he is having a abnormal temperature, then he passed to the second level of testing, which is the IR based thermometer, or the ear temperature, mercury temperature based testing. To perform this function, the main initial functions, we have wide range of product basically. We have turret camera, we have bullet camera. These two cameras are mounted on a tripod, and the third one is the bullet camera, which is used on wall basically. So you don't want any tripod, we can fix it on the wall itself. Then we have a face terminal. This is for mainly for attendance purpose also. So this is basically for the monitoring and recording purpose, whereas the face terminal we can use for the temperature screening as well as the attendance purpose. So if we have a remote application, then a security can take this remote handled temperature screening camera, so that he can go anywhere and we can scan the temperature. Again, in this remote handled solution, we have two type of model: echo and standard mode also. Again, for the temperature phase terminal also we have again echo and handled also we have it. And all this comes with an optional of black body, which is used to increase the accuracy level of this the above mentioned solution. And again, we have a solution called DFMD, which is used for metal detector scanner along with the camera, thermographic camera. So which will be integrated via serial communication. The all information we can store it in an NVR. So this NVR is used for storage and do some video analytics also, like an AI based analytics, where he is wearing mask, and for detailed reporting is photos to identification the persons, everything. And we can do a recognition also with our special series of NVR. So coming to the solution one, we have different solutions on which we have, you can see the Doom bullet camera, on which we are trying on a mounting on a tripod. And then we have an optional black body also to increase the accuracy level. And then we have handheld camera, which again can mount on a tripod stand, or it can be used in the hand also to measure it. And the third is the metal detector along with the temperature screening camera, which is integrated to the metal detector via serial communication. Then solution number two, we comes up with a face terminal, which can integrate to the door also, because we can connect EM locks, we can connect exit button, we can have alarm input, output. All these features are available along with the temperature measurement. So we can define several rules for this temperature screening solution to pass it. Like say, if a person is not if a person is abnormal, then he will not get an access. So along again, if he is not wearing a mask also, again it will not get access. So we, as I said, we have two variants. One is with the 6,000 faces, and one is with 50,000 faces. You can opt any one of these options. Again, for a large crowd where we need to do a mass screening solution, we have a camera on which we can mounting height is 2.5 and it is wall mounted. Again, we can use the black body along with this solution to increase the accuracy level. So when we come to the patrol solution, as I said mentioned earlier, we can use the Android solution thermographic camera, which will comes with the Wi-Fi also. So you can connect this handle wirelessly with your computer to do a live monitoring. Okay. And then we have our special series of NVR called Deep in Mind NVR to do our various AI function, which is like mask detection, then face capture or face recognition, or a detailed view or detailed reporting. We can take it with the help of our Deep in Mind NVR. Yeah. So as I said mentioned, we will just go through the solution number one with various this thing. First of all, the condition what we have to do is these cameras are meant for indoor use only. So all the cameras we install are for indoor use first of all. And a routing of the passenger flow with a barricade we used to do it this thing. and then we are using the black body to increase the accuracy up to 0.3 plus or minus 0.3. So our camera is designed to meet a maximum of 30 number of persons simultaneously. I'll just show you a video here to a demo video of temperature screening. So a last person comes with the hot water which is kept on the forehead, which gives you an alarm, abnormal temperature alarm. Okay. So again, when we take up the camera, the technical parameters, thermal lengths, we have this. We have two variants. One is 3 mm and 6 mm. 3 mm lengths we can use up to 1.5 meters distance to recognize, to capture the, to scan the person to get the temperature information. And for 6 mm lengths, we have we can take up to 3 meters length. And our camera is having the accuracy of 0.5, which you can decrease up to 0.3 with the help of black body. And the normal temperature measurement range is 30 to 45. Means we can measure a range of 30 to 45 degrees. Like a person coming, normal temperature which is having 37 degrees Celsius, we can do that. And this camera is having inbuilt audio alarm for abnormal temperature. In case of any high temperature, audio alarm. Plus, we have a strobe option also in this thing. So the strobe option also light will blink, so that we will come to know there is an abnormality in the temperature. And then you can see we always recommend to install this camera in a zigzag position. So person who is coming from the person who is coming from this area will come through this, and once he passes through this area, the camera will straight away focus it. That means the camera and this person distance is around 1.5 meters if it's a 3 mm lens. So once he crosses this area, straight away it will catch us to the camera, and camera will tell what is the temperature. And same for 6 mm lens. 6 mm if is using, we can go up to 3 meters. And if we are going with 3 mm lens, we can go up to 1.5 meters. So this is a handled solution, where which I'll give you a brief, I'll give you a video. You can show, you can see through that. So you can see the temperature reading over here. Alright. And then, as I said, this is a wireless solution. We can use. We don't want any wired equipment to connect it, and it is having an inbuilt battery also, which can last up to 5 to 6 hours in fully charged. Okay. And then we have optical and thermal resolution over here. Rest all parameters remains the same except the Wi-Fi hotspot, and with the inbuilt 3.5-inch LCD touchscreen display. And we have a metal detector. You can see the metal detector here. The camera is inbuilt mounted with a RS485 serial communication. We have various one display over here which displays various phenomena like passing monitor, how many persons has come inside, and the body temperature of particular person, metal alarm number, and the temperature alarm number, how many persons is having an abnormal temperature. I'll just go through a video. So this is the solution what we can provide for the DFMD. And again, we have 18 independent detection zones. That means we can classify this DFMD into zones wise. So that if a person is, say example, a person is carrying a metal at his right pocket, only the right alarm will be, right indication will get in red color. So that we will come to know, okay, he's carrying something at the right side. And the standard measurement range is this 1.5 meters along with the person height 1.85 meters. The various scenarios we can use it: schools, retails, office building, airports, where we can use it. Where these kind of environment we have already implemented this solution. Most of the areas we have already implemented the solution. And when it comes to the VMS part, like say we need to take a report over here, we provide Hikvision application, which is a software based, and then where we can get a detailed report. So we will come to know how many persons in a month, in a day, how many persons have normal temperature, normal temperature. So we'll get a detailed report using this thing. And when it comes to the this feature, we have an inbuilt card reader also here, and then we have a temperature screening on which you will have a temperature measurement camera also. We have an optical camera also, as I discussed earlier. So various applications are offices, buildings, and the factory outlets where the number of labor going inside and coming out. So as I said, we have two solutions. One is 6,000 spaces and 50,000 spaces. So these all contacts, all solutions, what we are providing is non-contact solution, which helps to reduce the transmission of the disease. So you can see this video which is coming. As I said, we need to put a barricade and we have to do a controlled crowd flow. So if it's there, then we'll have an accurate measurement. We can take it up, and centralized monitoring also we can take it up with this thing. And coming to this camera, this is our professional bullet camera, which is having a 15 meter, 15 lens. So this lens we can we can have a detection range of 2.5 to 9 meters. And this camera is wall mounted camera, not on a tripod, because this camera is meant for a mass detection. If you want to detect a number of persons who's coming inside, then we can use this camera to detect a number of persons, and at a time we can measure up to 30 number of faces. So again, this scenarios are like railway station, airport, factories. So all these scenarios we can keep this camera. So this is our handle solution on which, as I said, we can mention 1.25 2 meters. And if there is any abnormal temperature, then we can again temperature, we can have a mercury temperature and we can use it. The only thing what you can do is we can also monitor with the X thermal app. Also is there IBMS platform, which is a software platform which can communicate hotspot like a Wi-Fi or a hotspot. Like then you can connect directly to the IBMS 4200 software to monitor the solution. Again, the applications are where workshops, offices, classrooms, where someone can carry, a security can carry and check it. Same like IR thermometer, but difference is it is non-contact because we can have a distance up to 2 meters. So coming to our deep in mind NVR, where we can get many informations here. I'll just play a video. So you can see a person coming inside. We can see the person's face here also, and his details. What is his face details also. So even the strangers also we can identify it, because this deep in mind NVR is nothing but a AI based NVR on which we can do a face recognition also. So we have various solutions with it. This is one. Again, I'll just play a video. So if you see above, we have different solutions. We can have distinguish the color, say green color with the normal temperature, and yellow with the no mask, and red with abnormal temperature. So you can distinguish with the help of color itself. So if it's a normal temperature, announcement will be there, and if it's a abnormal temperature, again the announcement will be there if he is having a normal temperature. And if a person is not wearing the mask, again will have an announcement saying that to wear a mask. So even the report, search, and all those things will be much accurate and more precise, and more information we can get using the help of deep in mind NVR. Various applications are college, office building, and industrial parks. So this is our product showcase. We have two types of cameras, normal range, which can mount on a tripod, like a bullet camera and a turret camera, and an optional black body calibrator, which increases the accuracy up to 0.3. If you are not using it, we will get an accuracy of 0.5. And then we have a professional thermographic camera, which is having a 15 lens, which is wall mount, which can go up to 9 meters. And these can go up to 3 meters or 1.5 meters, depending. And we have an handheld thermometer also, which all parameters like remains the same except this optical resolution, and Wi-Fi is inbuilt, and touchscreen is there. Then we have, as I said, we have phase terminals. We can go up to 50,000 phases here with accuracy of 0.5 meters, and phase recognition duration is nothing but 0.2 seconds actually. So distance is again 0.3 to 2 meters. This is metal door indicator. We have, as I said, 18 independent detection zones is there. Rest parameters remains the same, and we have deep in mind NVR also to do a face recognition function also to get a detailed reporting. And we have when we do this solution, we always try to club our solutions all together. Like we have PoE switches also, so we always club PoE switches. We have monitors, so we always do as a clubbing solution in order to do a cost-effective solution. So we have various solutions in build up. Speaker is also there, or we have a normal plastic casing monitor is also there. So depends upon customers' requirement. We used to give all these solutions. And then when it comes to the central professional, then we have a detailed reporting software. So it is a paid software basically, because we do have other software also on free software, but there is always a limitation to pull out all the detailed reporting, because here if you see it, we have a detailed chart also, or a detailed dashboard where you can see abnormal temperature and all those things. So these features you can see it in the with the help of Central Professional. And again we have a EMAP function also. Say for example you have n number of offices, like 10 number of offices, then you can put your cameras in the EMAP. So all these functions we can we can integrate to our software. Okay, so this is all about our software and product showcase. So if you have any questions, you can just let me know. So we are always happy to answer your questions. Yes. If you have any questions, you can unmute and ask, please.
Hello, Chris. Can you see my microphone interface? Can you see it, man?
Yeah, I can see. Okay. Yes.
Yes. First I introduce our eco memo. This is our memo device. You can see this device we have. This is thermal lens. This is a thermal module. This is for temperature screening. And here this is the optical lens. It is for some optical. Okay, you can go back to here. You see, this image is from the optical lens. This is 2 megapixel. And another module, you see, this is another lens. This lens is not a visible lens. It's just used for the anti-dispersion functions. We will use two lenses to realize the 3D, so we can detect, for example, if one people put one image in front of this device, we can find this is a light interface or not. So you can see this. How do you see? From here, you can see the temperature value, and also I already included my face image sign. So this is the name, Alex. So I authenticate. Okay. And one more thing, example, if I remove my mask, you see, this also supports mask detection. If I don't wear a mask, if you are informing to wear a mask, please wear a face mask. So this is the eCommunal, and then we get inside the configuration interface. So from here, first this is the user menu, is the user interface. So you can add your phrase and example I just have test. You can add your phrase and add the password and add the face. You can add the face image here, and also you can add the sorry. First we support the card. We support the card, and the second is support the password, and also is support face image. So you can use your phrase, use your card, or use a password for the authentication. This is a touchable screen, and here, this is the temperature setting. This is only for the temperature measurement. Here is for the alarm threshold. For example, when the alarm and when our device takes the temperature value more than this threshold, we will trigger alarm. And from here, we also support temperature measure only. For facial terminal, it supports first is temperature screening. The second is a mask detection. The third will be do the face comparison. But in some scenarios, might do the more. Maybe you only use this device for the temperature screening. So you just enable this one. So this device will only do the temperature measurement. So the speed will be more fast because you don't need to do the face comparison, just need the temperature screening. You will only use this lens. So the speed is very fast. If you disable this one, or this camera, this device can not only use for the temperature screening, but also use for the face comparison. I will show you how, for example, if we enable this one, and check here. You can see it only displays the normal temperature. Because it don't do the face comparison, the circuit cannot identify it is Alex or anyone else. So yeah, it only displays the normal temperature. When I disable the temperature screening mode, here, when I disable the temperature measurement only mode, come back to the live view. So you can see here, they will display my name here, and authenticate success. So this is for the face comparison. So this is the device side of device locally of the Limo device. This is our body cameras. August.
Yes, Alex. Yes, Alex.
Yeah, you can hear my voice. Wait,
Yes, I can.
Okay, fine. Okay, we go on. So this is our body cameras. This is the tripod. In fact, if, for example, this tripod you can purchase from the Hikvision side. You can also buy from locally. But if you want to use the tripod, you must purchase the tripod adapter from our side. This small piece, the tripod adapter. Okay, the tripod you can purchase locally. These cameras, we have two lenses also. First, this is the optical lens. This is the thermal lens. Thermal lens is used for the temperature screening. Okay, and also this device building this flashlight, and also it's building speaker. So when this device detects the abnormal temperature, it will give you the audible warning and also give you the flashlight. Okay, so I will test it for you. I will put one hot water in front of my forehead. I will trigger this one. So when the temperature is abnormal, it will give you the flashlight and also give you the audible warning. And here is our DeepMind NVR locally view. But I stay tuned. You see from the locally screen, you can see the temperature value. And also when I put the hot water in front of my you see the temperature value as red color. This is our keep in mind on VR. You can also do the face comparison and the mask detection. I go to the. You see from here, first is for the, you can see this is a comparison, the Alex, and here is no mask. The second is for the abnormal temperature. And here you see when the people wear the mask, we also display the mask. So this is the wear the mask. So this wear the mask, we will show green color. Abnormal temperature will be show the red color. And if you use no mask, we will show you the normal yellow color. So this is from the keep in mind on VR side. So this is our device locally. Then I will shift to the laptop interface. I will show from our platform. For example, with alarm triggered, what you can get from our platform. You can install a next card in the camera, so it can also provide it. Only one is for the integration. Only one is for the IoT. Hello, can you see my laptop interface?
Yes, Alex. Yes, I can see.
Okay, fine. So this is our HCP platform. So first I will show you the camera. So you can see this camera have two lenses. Okay. One is the optical lens, another is the thermal channels. When I will stand in front of the cameras. So when I stand in front of the camera, you can see the temperature value displayed on the servo channel and also the optical channels. And up here, on the right side, hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Alex. Yes.
I think can you see the live view of the camera?
I can't see the live view of the camera. No.
Okay.
Now I can see. Now I can see.
Okay, the network is under the bed. Okay, so you can see this camera has two channels. One is the optical channels, another is thermal channels. In fact, our thermal channels only for the temperature screening. And as you see, when I stand in front of the cameras, you can see the temperature value from the live view. And you can see that now the value is yellow color because I didn't wear the mask. And so you can see from the right side, you can see this first when I stand in front of the device, this is the temperature value. It is 36.3, and because I didn't wear the mask, so it displays the yellow color. Also, you can see the below the yellow color has a green color because I have wear the mask. And then I will detect the test with the abnormal temperature. I put the hardware in front of my forehead. Okay. You can see now because I put the hardware in front of my forehead, temperature is 38.5. It's above the alarm threshold, give a trigger alarm, and also we display the red colors. Yeah, for easy to identify. And also, this is for the camera side. And also, it appears totally normal and normal. Normal means the temperature is normal. Normal means how many people didn't wear the mask. Totally means totally how many people have standing in front of the device. This device support at the same time to support up to 30 people. for the temperature measurement. This is camera. Then I will show you the value of the main mode. I have shifted to Mimo, but the lag is not coming. I think network's delayed. So, okay, I think it comes. This is our Mimo live view. I will stand in front of the device. Okay.
Alex, I think the video is not there.
Yeah, it's blocked.
Yeah,
It's not here, but it's blocked because let me open again. I need to share again. And also this is another device. You can see here. Hello. 没了。This is mine. Sorry. And see here, so you just first is me, so just example and this. Try again. So we need only where I stand in front of the device. See. So I think for the image and also for the okay, even for the image and the video cannot be used for the access. So this is the demo for the access control device of Mimo and of mobile cameras. So I think the demo has finished. So any questions you have, sir? You can discuss now.
പറഞ്ഞോണ്ടിരുന്നേ
And as for the API files,
ഹലോ ഗിരീഷ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ആണെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കാം അങ്ങോട്ട്
അതുൽ